Andariki namaskaramulu. Today is another good day. It is 16th of August 2023, Wednesday. And today is the third day of our course on Sanaatana Dharma by our Vice President, Dr. Visalakshi garu. She has completed 6 topics on this topic, 5 topics on this subject. Today she is going to take another 3 topics. And we have already completed 1.5 months of coursework in this advanced level course, level 2 course on certificate course on Sanaatana Dharma. Now we are left with 3-4 topics more. But tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we are going to have lectures on Ramayana by Dr. Ananta Padmanabha Rao garu. And then again we will continue with Dr. Visalakshi garu to complete Sanaatana Dharma and Kathopanishad. After that we are going to have Vastu and then some research topics. After that, 3rd month will be yoga classes. So this is the program. We will start the session with reciting Vande Mataram by Chittibabu garu. Then we will do Prarthana. After that, we will continue the webinar. Chittibabu garu, please.
Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Sitalam Sasya Syamalam Mataram Vande Mataram Subrajyosna Pulakitayaminim Ullakusumita Drumadala Shobhinim Suhasinim Sumadhura Bhashinim Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చాలా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now let us request Ananthan garu to chant Prarthana, please.
Hello. Ek nimisha dhyanam. Let us close our eyes. Sit erect. Relax the body. Total concentration on breath. Like a person standing near a seashore, watching the waves. I just watch my breath. गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनाम विद्यवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः।
ధన్యవాదములండి అనంతన్ గారు. Now let us request Dr. Somanch Visalakshi garu to continue the webinar, please.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ పార్వతీ రాజరాజేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మేధా దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శివాయ గురవే నమః. ఓం నమః శివాయై చ నమః శివాయ. ఓం నమః శివాయ. Today we will cover 3 topics. The importance of go brahmanas, that is cows and brahmins. Second one is nitya naimittika karma acharana. What are the nitya karmas? And third one is yajna aradhana, yajna samskruti agni aradhana. So these 3 topics we will cover today. Now go brahmanebhyah subhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. That is what our Veda says. So let there be always auspiciousness to the cows and brahmins. Let all the worlds exist happily. When go brahmanas are happy, then only all the worlds, that is all living beings, all human beings, living creatures on the earth can live happily. So who are those cows and who are the brahmins? What are the great qualities of both of them? Why when they are happy, we will be happy? These points let us try to know now. Go means cows. Kamathenus. All our cows are the descendants of Kamathenus. Kamathenu, Kalpavruksha, you know, all of you know them. Now go also means, so many meanings are there for the word go. Go means the earth. Go means the sun's rays of sun. Go also means Vedas. Go also means walk, the words. Go also means sense organs, indriyas. So many meanings are there to this word go. Then we may take all these meanings, or now we can restrict to the cow also, because the cow is Vishwamata, Vishwasya Janani Gomata, we say. All gods, 33 crores of gods exist in, that is on the body of this Gomata. So And then Brahmins, Brahmanas we say, Brahmins we say. Brahmani charati iti Brahmanaha. That is those who wander in Brahman, those who always think of Brahman, the ultimate reality, the truth that exists. And Brahmanas also means Vedas. Brahmana Granthas we say, a part of Vedas. Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, Upanishads, you know all this. So Brahmanas also means Veda Granthas. And Veda Mantras also, Brahmanas means. So Go Brahmanebhyaha Supamastu Nityam. Cows and Brahmins should live happily without any troubles, and also all our sense organs, all the indriyas, everything, the meanings which we said, the whole earth, Go means earth, everything should be well nourished and well taken care. And also the Brahmana Granthas, Vedas, Veda mantras are to be, the chastity of them should be protected by all of us. So these are the meanings we can get from this Go Brahmana Hitaya. And Go Brahmanebhyaha Sukhamastu Nityam. Nityam means always. So Go means sense organs. I said, unless our sense organs function properly, we cannot learn anything, we cannot gain the knowledge, we cannot even do the Nalba routine works also. So we should be very healthy and hale. Then only when all the sense organs function properly, we can acquire knowledge. And then sun's rays, when sun is there, then only the world is there. When sun is not there, the creation is not there, Jiva is not there. So the sun rays should always protect us, giving life, vitality, and also buddhi siddhi to us. Unless we speak proper words, Madhu Vadami we say. So we should always speak proper words. So for that also we have to pray Go Brahmana Hitaya. So now Go also means earth. Earth represents all Panchabhutas. Upalakshana Nyaya we say. Upalakshana Nyaya means if some related things are there, objects are there, ideas are there, if one is spoken, we have to consider all others. So that is called as Upalakshana Nyaya. So when Go earth is to be taken care, it means we should take care of all Panchabhutas. No pollution should be done by human beings to the nature. So, Go Brahmana Hitaya means we have to take care of ourselves, the nature, and Vedas and Veda mantras, and particularly the cows and Brahmins on this earth. And the teachings of Vedas are to be understood by us, and we have to put them into practice and preach to others. So that is how we have to take care of them. Swastik prajabhyak paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaha Go brahmanebhyah subhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. So let auspiciousness prevail all over the world and all human beings. Kings should rule the kingdom in righteous manner with Dharma buddhi. There should always be good to the cows and Brahmins and all living beings of all the worlds should live happily. So Veda says that when cows and Brahmins have peacefully and happily live on this world, without any trouble, without any agonies, then only there will be happiness all over the earth and three worlds also. Therefore, everybody should wish their welfare. Now we'll try to know why both of them are so great and special, and in their welfare lies our welfare. The cows means cows and oxen, the cattle, they give us crops, food grains, and milky products. So the Brahmins wish the welfare of entire mankind, all human beings. They tell what is good, what is bad, what is to be done, what is not to be done, how to lead the life. Everything they preach us and show us the way of life. So in their well-being, the safety of the world also exists. In the Veda, there is a mantra, Pavakanaha Saraswati Vajepir Vajinivati Yajnam Vastu Dhiya Vasuhu. Vaja means food. Saraswati means the power of speech, that is the knowledge, the power that gives the knowledge. Knowledge of all Shastras and knowledge of Vedas, holy food and the power of knowledge. Both are very important. And cows give us milk and thereby curd, butter, ghee, etc. all products. Then oxen help us in the crops of paddy, grains, food grains, everything. So unless they are there, we cannot exist at all. We cannot live, because unless we eat, we cannot survive. Brahmins study Vedas and acquire knowledge and distribute that knowledge to all human beings. So unless we have the knowledge, we cannot gain the Purusharthas, we cannot achieve them. And also the final Purushartha, the Moksha. So the aim of our life is to live happily here on this earth. And the final aim of human beings is always to attain moksha, salvation, to reach Godhood. So for this, one should acquire progress in Adhyatmika path and spiritual path we have to travel to gain spiritual knowledge and to lead proper way of life as per Shastra. Everyone needs Brahmins who have Shastra Jnana and who can perform karma kanda, yajna yagadi kratus and all as per Shastras. Since the beginning, ours is agricultural oriented country, Bharata Desha. Oxen plough the lands and the crops grow. Ours are annagata pranas. Unless we eat anna, we cannot survive. The body grows with anna. Annad bhavanti bhutani. And Parjanyad Anna Sambhavaha. So what grains the crops grows with the rainfall, that is our food. So eating that food, we have to survive. So without acquiring proper knowledge, just to nourish the body is of no use. It is to waste our human life, the upadhi which has come, koti janmarjitai punyehi. So when human body has come to us means we should try to get salvation and liberation. Then Gavo Viswasya Mataraha, we already said, so the cows are the mothers to the entire universe. Mother nourishes the children, gives food. So Gomata nourishes all living beings, not only human beings, by giving food, food products and all, milk. So cows are to be taken care and loved and respected and honored. Now the Brahmins also directly Sri Krishna Paramatma said, Daivadhinam Jagat Sarvam Mantradhinam tu Daivatam Tan Mantru Brahmanadhinam Brahmano Mama Devata. So such is the greatness of Brahmins. The whole creation is under the control of God. God is under the control of the mantras, and mantras are under the control of Brahmins. So Brahmins are to be respected by everyone. Even Paramatma respects Brahmins. So Brahmins are endowed with Satvika Guna. They are Sadachara Sampannas. They study the Vedas, gain knowledge, lead the life with religious restrictions, never deviate from even an inch from practicing Dharma, possess sense control, Indriya Nigraha, have compassion for all living creatures, Bhuta Daya. They eat only Satvika Ahara. Ahara Suddhau Sattva Suddhihi. So this Satvika Ahara gives them Sattva to Sattva Guna develops in them, so that they can practice dharma, and they always do their swadharma practice. They are highly intellectual and well-wishers of all mankind. Without that, they are impartial. They show the way of Shreyo Marga to mankind. They perform, that is the Brahmins perform yajnas, yagas, then abhishekas, archanas, etc. for the peace and welfare of nature and mankind, the whole world, all living beings. They got Samabuddhi, that is Samahitatva. They wish the welfare of everyone. And therefore, Brahma Jnana Vamstu Brahmanaha. That is what is said in Shastra. So, Brahmins are endowed with Brahma Jnana, Atma Jnana. So, they desire Sarvajana Hita, the welfare of all. Brahman also means Parabrahman. So, those who got the Brahma Jnana, Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati, says the Upanishad. So, those who got this knowledge of Brahman are Brahmins. They always do sadhana to get Brahma Jnana. Brahma means Vedas, we said. So those who study Vedas are Brahmins. Brahman means yajna. So those who do yajna, those who perform yajna are called as Brahmins. We say Brahma Karma Samarabhe. That is at the beginning of Nitya Puja or even all rituals, we say the same. Brahma Karma. That is, we are starting to do Brahma Karma means the work of God, the work of Brahman, or work done for the sake of Brahman. That is, offering the result to Brahman, the ultimate reality. If a Brahmin marries a Brahmin girl, they get children, certainly they are called as Brahmins. By birth, they are Brahmins. Then the progeny of Brahmins will automatically be considered as Brahmins. But those who are born in other Varnas, Kshatriyas, or even sometimes Vaishyas also, or in any caste also for that matter, if they do severe penance, have all sattvika gunas developed in them and possess the Brahma Jnana, then they can be called as Brahmins. King Vishwamitra, though born as a Kshatriya, he performed severe penance and he became Brahmarshi. So thus there are several sages who from lower level due to their penance and practice are elevated to the level of Brahminhood. So by the milk obtained by the cows, people live happily with sound health. From Pancha Gavyas, which are given by the cows, our Jatiya cows, people perform Yajna Yagas. And these Panchagavyas are Gokshira, Godati, Gokruta, Gojala, and Gomaya. These are the 5 Pancha Dravyas. So even the chronic diseases like cancer or anything also can be completely cured with the medicines prepared by these Panchagavyas. So Goshalas, if people stay at Goshala, Goshta we say, Goshala serving the cows, taking this Panchagavya Prasana, then certainly they can be completely healthy. They will be cured. So the gods are pleased with the offerings of Panchagavyas and Yajna Yagas, the Panchagavyas offered in Yajnas. It is the Brahmins who teach ordinary people about Dharma and also the procedure of worship of God and to get the favor of God. They teach about Manava Jivita Parama Gamya Mukti. Parama Purushartha is Mukti. And they teach the knowledge. So the cows and Brahmins are Suttha Sattvika Guna Sampannas, endowed with all divine qualities. So cows can even relieve people from Graha doshas. All 33 crores of gods exist in cows. So if we worship cow, it means we are worshipping all the gods. All the gods will favor us, those who worship cows and take care of them by feeding them with proper food. One can get merit of worshipping all the gods. So if one goes around the cow with the calf, they get the punya merit of doing bhu pradakshina to the entire earth. That is why our Sanaatana Dharma gave such importance to go Brahmana. As long as cows and Brahmins are safe, we will be safe. But till that time when people used to give respect to both of them, all people lived very happily. But when certain people started to create they developed a sort of hatred towards Brahmins, and they started to trouble cows and Brahmins. Then only the downfall of this society started, actually, when they started to afflict the cows specially, and then Brahmins next. So we should at least now try to recognize and realize the greatness of both of them for our own welfare, and try to uplift Brahmanas and cows and regain our lost glory. We say, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha, means everyone should put that into practice. We have to take care of cows and honor Brahmins. In the olden days, kings used to take care of temples, cows, Brahmins, and great scholars and talented people. They allotted places, they donated lands for them. Then they gave wealth also for the welfare of Brahmins and to protect the cows and devalayas, and also gods. So Satya Harishchandra, while donating his entire kingdom and treasure to sage Vishwamitra, he said, except Brahmana Manyas. That is, he has donated everything except the places given to Brahmins. They are not given, not to be given to anyone. When once they are given to Brahmins and Devamanyas. Brahmana Manyas and Devamanyas means the lands given for gods, temples. They belong to Brahmins and temples only. Such importance is given to Go Brahmanas in our Sanaatana Dharma. When Kauravas and Pandavas actually, all this Bharata story, when Kauravas did Uttara Gograhana and they caught the cows, then onwards their downfall started. And then final, that Kurukshetra war took place and all Kauravas were destroyed. They decayed. So, Go Brahmanebhyah Subhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Go Brahmanebhyah Subham Bhavatu. Now, 7th point is Nitya Naimittika Karma Charana. Nitya karmas. Nitya means always, every day we have to do certain karmas. So they are Nitya karmas. Naimittika karma means, nimitta means any pretext, any cause. Naimittika karmas are that is, we do now and then, not every day. So they are Naimittika karmas. Due to any nimitta, we do them. So our Bharata Desha is Karma Bhumi. It is filled with spiritual ideas. Karma Bhumi means where people perform karmas. Karmas means not daily routine works, are not karmas. They are instincts, taking bath, eating food, going there, this. They are not karmas. Karmas are only Nitya karmas and Naimittika karmas. They can be called as karmas. So Nitya karmas means, Naimittika karmas means Yajna Yagadi karmas. And we have already learnt about Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. So our Maharshis imposed to practice the Nitya and Naimittika karmas for those who are in Pravritti Marga. So all Haindavas, all of us, should certainly do all the Nitya karmas and Naimittika karmas and Pitru karmas. That's very important. So by doing Nitya Naimittika karmas, our sin will be removed and we will be purified. A purification of mind, Chitta Suddhi, comes to us. By doing Pitru karyas, we get the blessings of Pitru Gana, Pitru Devatas and our forefathers, ancestors. And thereby the dynasty will be prolonged and protected. So Pitru karyas means Srartha karmas. To perform the Taddina, we say Srartha Abdika. So with much devotion and Srartha, we should do Pitru karyas. Nowadays, almost all families are suffering from some or other reason, some troubles. This is why, because many people they left off doing sincerely the Pitru karyas, or even if they are doing, they may not be practicing as per Shastras. They may be doing Tutu Mantra, we say, so like that. So if people perform Pitru karyas with utmost Srartha, certainly their anugraha will be there and no hurdles come in the life, and the progeny, the dynasty family increases and grows. So when the jiva leaves jivudu, we say jivatma paramatma, the jiva in us is called as I. We say I does not mean body, mind, senses or anything, but the I-ness, not ahankara. Ahankara, I is different. And then the jiva, which is actually paramatma, that I is different. So that is called as jiva when it is in the upadhi. So when this jiva leaves the body and goes away, then the sun performs the apara karmas, aurthvadaihika karmas, we say. So that is why it is called aputrasya gatir nasti. Unless sun is there, putra is there, one cannot get full gati. Gati means gamana, going to the higher levels or lokas. In this if this apara karma is done properly, the jiva can travel as per his karmas only, but can travel to higher worlds, lokas. If that is not done properly, then jiva, it becomes jiva to get relieved and go to higher resins in the sense higher lokas, Pithuloka, Svargaloka, Devaloka, then Jagannatha Loka, Vaikuntha, etc. Certain lokas, hindrances may come to them. There, so till when a jiva leaves the body, the sun has to perform these aurtvadaihika karmas. Then for every 1 month, he has to put them, because till the soul reaches there, that is the jiva reaches the distant place, one month will be 1 day for them. And after reaching there, every year the sun has to perform this Shrartha karma as long as he lives. So then when the jiva reaches that distant place, even though that jiva may take birth again, even then we do not know when the jiva will be reborn. So till that time, 1 year of human beings will be 1 day for them. So if 1 day we keep for 1 year, they will be getting food every day. So whatever food is given here in Shraddha Karma will reach the departed parents, mother or father, whoever they may be. So due to any unavoidable reason, suppose the Grihastha, the son, may not be in a position to do this Shraddha Karma at home on any day, not regularly, then in those conditions also, he should not leave that. He can give Swayampaka or Hiranyam, we say, to the Brahmins with all washing his feet and then sprinkling the water over the head of himself, wife, children and all. And with utmost respect, he should do. So that is regarding Pitru Karmas. Now Nitya Karmas. Nitya Karma means daily duties. So that should be done every day. The Nitya Karmas are Snanam Sancha Japo Homaha Devatanam Cha Pujanam Atithyam Vaishvadevancha Shat Karmani Dine Dine. These are the Shat Karma. 6. Shat means 6. Shat Karma. Karmani. Karma, Karmani, Karmani, neuter gender. So Dine Dine means every day we have to do. What are they? Snanam means taking bath. That is very important. And there are so many varieties of taking bath, and a big shastra is there for taking bath. Then Sancha Vandana. Even Sancha Vandana, all of you know, it's also a great process to explain. In fact, having great power and having effect on our lives. Then doing Japa. Japa is also, you know. Then Homa. That is Homa in the sense Agni Karya, and then all homas also we can say, but here Homa is Agni Karya. As soon as the Upanayana Samskara is performed to the child, the Vatu has to start doing this Agni Karya, which is called as Homa here in Nitya Karma. Then Devatanam Cha Pujanam, worshipping the gods. Then Atithyam Vaishvadevancha. Atithya is honoring the Atithi, guest. And Atitya and Vaishvadeva both are clubbed together here. That is why they said 6. Shat Karmani, because after offering the footballs into the fire for Vaishvadeva, then the host has to give the food to the guest. So Vaishvadeva and Atitya both are same. Vaishvadeva is honoring and giving food to the fire god, and through that to all gods, and then worshipping the guest as Atithirvai Narayanaka, worship and food. So both these two are clubbed. For Grihastha, all these 6 karmas are very important. Every human being should get up from bed before sunrise. Being on the bed, that is, as soon as he just wakes up, immediately he should first think in his mind that Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. I am not this body, not this mind, not the senses, not the everything, anything. Either the designation or the jobs they are doing or whatever may it be, professions and all. He is Atman, he is Brahma himself. So when he thinks that I am Brahman, he can, and also he should think that whatever works this Upadhi, which is given to him to do his duties, he is doing because they all are his duties, and the result he is offering to God. He should think immediately being on the bed. So after thinking like that, he has to salute to mentally, Manasika, with folded hands. He can just think of gods and doing pranama to gods, elders, maharshis, forefathers, ancestors, then Panchaputas, Prakriti Devatas, and then to his mother and father. He has to worship and think of. If women, married women, they should also salute to her husband. Then one should get up himself or herself ready and should take bath. Even taking bath is one of Nitya Karmas, we said, and which is having a very long process, and so many rules are there, mantras are there. So after taking holy bath before sunrise, one should welcome sun god and pray sun directly standing in front of, that is facing eastward. He has to do stotras, or either any stotras of sun, Aditya Hridaya, or some stotras we can do, or Aruna Prasnam if people can recite. So thus, after reciting and praying sun god, they have to offer Arghya Pradana to Surya. So Arghya Priyo, Namaskara Priyo Surya, how we say. And Surya Namaskaras they can do if they are capable of. Those who were initiated into, that is Brahmopadesha is done to them, and Tripada Gayatri mantra with Chaturvimshati Aksharas, if it is given to them, then they should do Sancha Vandana immediately after saluting sun, doing pranama to sun, they have to do Sancha Vandana. And those who did not have this sort of Upadesha, Gayatri Mantra Upadesha, they can recite any slokas. They can do even Nama Japa of any god who are there in Vedas, not other gods. So that Nama Japa during early morning hours, during Sanchya Samaya, 3 Sanchas, morning, afternoon and evening also, they are equally treated as doing Sanchya Vandana, and the same fruit and result will come to them also, even if they just recite any, do japa of any Nama, Devata Nama, Sri Rama, like that, or Om Namah Shivaya, something. So, any Nama Japa are doing stotra, recitation of slokas. Since the performance of Upanayana, that Upanayana Samskara is done, Dvijas should certainly do Trikala Vandana, Trikala Sanchya Vandana. If nowadays, present day, due to this excessive pressure of jobs, if they cannot do during afternoon time, certainly they should do morning and evening. Even though the time may be a little late, delayed, even then they have to do doing Prayaschitta Karma, giving one more Arghya, they can do. So this Sancha Vandana, in fact, if they are capable of doing afternoon times also, even if they are in the office, that would be very fine and good. And in that performance, the welfare of the world lies, in fact. So Gayatri Mantra Japa, they have to do wherever they are. Manasika bath they can do, and Manasika Japa also they can do for 5 minutes, even though they are in offices or anywhere else. So among Saptakoti Mahamantras, Gayatri Mantra is the greatest mantra and most powerful mantra. And there all 24 letters are Bijaksharas. That is why it is so great and so powerful, and more powerful than even the bursting of atom bomb. So those who had this Gayatri Mantra Upadesha, if they do any other puja without doing Sanchya Vandana and Gayatri Mantra Japa, will not yield any result, fruit at all. After doing Sanchya Vandana and Gayatri Mantra Japa, if they do any other puja, any other japa, that will be manifold, that will give result in a manifold manner. So those who have not given this Gayatri Mantra and do not had this Upanayana Samskara, if they do japa of any god, name, mantra, nama, sloka, that's enough. Nama smarana danyopayam nahi pashyamo bhavatarane, they say. So nama japa is enough for them doing during Sanchya Samaya. That's equal to Sanchya Vandana. So then japa everybody has to do. Yajnanam japa yajñosmi, said Paramatma. In all types of yajnas, japa yajna is the best. So, but that is yajnas should be done, but japa yajna is more powerful, they said. So, japena papam shamayed asesham yattat krutam janma paramparasu japena bhogan jayate cha mrutyum japena siddhim lapate cha muktihi japena papam shamayet. By chanting God's name with devotion, sin vanishes. Then whatever sin was acquired from several births also, yattat karma janmantara, janma paramparasu, parampara is coming from so many births also. By doing this japa, that papa vanishes, goes away. So nama japa, that is mantra japa. By mantra japa, one gains prosperity, Aishwarya, and he can conquer even death. He can get perfection of mantra japa, mantra siddhi. And when once the mantra siddhi comes to him, he will have immense power. Divine power, divinity will exist in him, and he can do whatever he wants if they are dharmikas. Then jakaro janma vichhedaha pakaro papanashakaha janma papa vinashatvat japa ityapithiyate. What is japa? In the word japa, ja is there and pa, 2 letters are there. Jakara, the moment we utter that letter in a mantra, the ja cuts immediately the cycle of birth and death. That is when any nama mantra, Rama or something, when that nama is uttered, then this japa in ja cuts the cycle of birth and death. Then janma parampara and sees another birth will not be occurring to them. So it means papa nasha. Pa means, pa is papa, papa nasha. So papa will be completely removed and vanished. So japa, by doing any nama japa, the sin will be removed and the cycle of rebirth will not be there. And this japa is of 3 types. Vachika japa, upamsu japa, then manasika japa. And vachika japa means uttering the mantra loudly. Then upamsu japa means uttering the mantra, the sound will not be heard by others, but the lip movement will be noticed by others. That is upamsu japa. Then manasika japa is just doing japa in the mind, and manasika japa is the best way among all these 3. So every Brahmin should do homa and Agni Karya. As soon as Upanayana Samskara is done, the Vatu starts to do Agni Karya, Agni Aradhana. That is, Brahmin should compulsorily do Agni Karya and Vaishvadeva. These 2 are, they are given to them. They have to do as their duties. So after doing snana, sanchavandana and japa, whatever homa is done, that is called as Agni Karya. So in the olden days, for lakhs of years, in fact, there were Agni Gruhas in our houses, in all the houses. Then fire will be enkindled, and throughout days, day and nights, forever, throughout the year, 365 days, 24 hours, the fire god will be shining in that Agni Gruha, and that Gruha is so pious with that fire. Akhanda Deepa also can be considered as Agnihotra nowadays at this present days. So in many houses now people are keeping Akhanda Deepas in place of Agni. That is Nityagni. And those who are not given this Upanayana Samskara also, they can keep this Akhanda Deepa in the house. But 99% at least the Brahmins should do Agni Karya. And if 24 hours Agnihotra is there in Agni Gruhas, that would be fine. The Veda, that is the Karmakanda, speaks about the kratus, how we have to do this Agni Karya and other Yajna Yagadi karmas and all. So the Vedi, we say the altar, Vedic altar, Homa Kunda, is prepared with the bricks, and they pour sand inside that Homa Kunda, and every time they do Agni Karya or any homa or yajna or something, the place should be purified first with gomaya actually, and then keeping with rice powder. We have to muggu, we say, we have to decorate that, and afterwards with turmeric paste we have to clean and purify that Vedic altar also, and then with flowers we have to decorate. Then samithas, holy sticks, they put there and enkindle that fire and do Agni Karya or Homa, inviting fire god first and all other gods next. Nowadays, ready-made lohas, thandilas, we say, are Homa kundas, made with iron, they are available. So homas or Agni Karyas can be done into them, and then afterwards they can be cleaned and kept aside. For doing yajnas or Agni Karyas, the branches of or sub-branches of the Ravi, Medi, Shemi, Aswetha trees, then Velagachettu, we say, Kapitha, Vriksha, then Palasha, Bilva, Chandana tree branches also can be used as Samithas, and then neem trees also, Vepachettu, we say. The holy sticks for worshipping fire god, they are called as Samithas. So Indra, etc., all the gods they invite, and then with Veda mantras, they offer ghee, havis, then oblations, everything they pour into the fire, and fire god carries them to all other gods. So as per Shastra, this Agni Karya should be done. A big lengthy procedures are there to do different yajna yagadi kratus. But this Agni Karya, within 10-15 minutes, the Vatu can complete it, Nitya Agnihotra. And also with the intention of Loka Kalyana, this can be done for the welfare of entire human beings and living creatures, and also nature, welfare of nature. Being very pious and holy, observing sanctity, Agni Karya is done with Sankalpa. One gets Brahminical luster, Brahmi Tejas, then Brahma Varchas, we say. And by worshipping this fire god, we get Brahma Varchas, wisdom, metha, strength of all sense organs, physical and mental health and strength, prosperity, etc. Samitha Dhanam, we say, Samitha Adhanam, putting them, Samithas into the fire, that is Homa. So after doing either Agni Karya or Nitya Agnihotra or any Homas, Kratus, Yajna Yagas and all, at the end we pray with folded hands. First we do pranama, then we put hands like this and request the fire god. They pray, Swasti Sratham Metham Yashaha Prajnam Vidyam Buddhim Shriyam Balam Ayushyam Tejaha Arogyam Dehime Havyavahana Shriyam Dehime Havyavahana Om Nama Iti. Thus we have to pray. We have to request the God to give all these things to us, and then we salute. We do pranama to Agnihotra and all other gods. So after this Agnikarya, the Brahmins and Vatus should worship Kula Devatas, Ishta Devatas with Shodasopacharas. Now the last one is Nitya Karmas among these Shat Karmas. Nitya Vaishvadeva and Atithi Pujana. Atitya is considered as part of Vaishvadeva. Atitya is honoring and providing good food to those who come to our house as a guest, as the guest being uninvited. Atithi means actually they never stay more than one tithi at a place. They will not stay more than one day anywhere. So whoever comes to us, our house as Atithi, should be honored, and we will be blessed a lot by honoring them. So we should think that we are so blessed when any Atithi comes to our house. So after offering Naivedya to gods and doing Vaishvadeva by offering a few rice balls into the fire, Agni Deva, and also then Yajna Avasista Anna, the food which is left over after doing this Vaishvadeva, that food should be served, given to the Atithi. Then when the Atithi is fully satisfied, then the Gruhastha along with his family can eat the Yajna Avasista, Atithi Avasista Prasada Anna. So then that sort of food becomes directly like Amrita. In the olden days, people used to come to the houses of Gruhasthas at afternoon times, and Gruhasthas honor them, Atithis, with much devotion, because Atithirvai Narayana is our Sanaatana Sampradaya Dharma. Then Atithi Abhyagatas, we say. Atithis are those who come, like this uninvited. Abhyagata. Abhyagatas are whom we invite on certain occasions or even on every day. We can invite certain people, and those who come to our house being invited by us are called as Abhyagatas, and they also should be honored very much, and proper honor should be given to them. So Atithi Apyagata Seva is equal to Madhava Seva, that is service of God. Devala Maharshi said, Vaishvadevam Dvijai Karyam Anna Sutyartham Adarat. Dvijas should do Vaishvadeva for the purification of food. Vaishvadeva is a Nitya Karma that should be done every day for removing the sin of doing Jiva Himsa by offering food into the fire with the chanting of certain mantras, proper mantras. By doing Vaishvadeva, the sin by name Panchasuna will be removed. What is this Panchasuna? One gets Atma Samskara also by doing this sort of service and by removing Panchasuna. Vaishvadeva means to do Shad Ahutis. 6 Ahutis should be offered into the fire. That is called as Vaishvadeva. And to keep small rice balls on the ground around that Vedic altar also we have to keep. Even that is a part of Vaishvadeva. Bhuta Bali we say. Then at the time of Homas and in all temples also such Vaishvadeva Anna Samarpana can be seen by all of us. Now what is this Panchasuna? 5 sorts of sins occur to everyone. So we have to get rid of them. We have to remove these 5 sins. So we have to do Vaishvadeva. Panchasuna Gruhastasya Vartante Aharahas Khandini, Peshini, Chulli, Udakumpi cha Marjani, Etapir Vahayan Vipro, Bachete Vai Muhur Mukuhu, Etasam Pavanarthaya Pancha Yajnaha Prakirtitaha. In our daily life, we do 5 sins or doshas without our knowledge. Intentionally, we never do, but unintentionally, the sin comes to us. So while cutting the vegetables, while using grinding stones, in the olden days, Rolu, Rokali, we used to say with the big stones we used to do chutneys, and then we used to grind powders of rice, gotma, etc. So, and also third one is while using wooden stove with woods, sticks. So kattala poyi we say in our Telugu, the stove where we keep the sticks and enkindle the fire, and there we cook. So while doing that, and also while cleaning the house, the ground with broomsticks, also some insects may die. By doing Vaishvadeva, the defect will be completely warded off. The word Vaishvadeva means Vishve Sarve Devaha Atra Ijyanta iti Vaishvadevaha. All gods are worshipped here. Actually, the food has three defects, doshas, namely Swabhava Dushta, Kriya Dushta, and Samskara Dushta. So the Dushtatva of the food that we eat and offer to God should be removed. So Swabhava Dushta is by nature, certain items get defect in them, having Dushtatva by nature. Such items are onions, garlic, etc. Then samskara dushtatva of anna would be removed by doing this Vaishvadeva. Then kriya dushtatva is the defect that comes while cooking. If people with evil feelings or with hatred, with unwillingness, if they cook the food, that kriya dushtatva comes into it, and those who eat that food also will develop such feelings. So those food items which are not Swabhava Dushta should be cooked with Daivanama Smarana, and with the intention that whatever she is cooking, that food should be very much pleased, liked by gods, and also after offering that as Naivedya, when that becomes Prasada, all the house members should eat that happily with self-content, feeling that all these items are very tasty and they should get health and wealth. So with such feelings, the mother has to, or the wife has to cook. So a part of the food that is cooked, that should be offered into the fire with due mantras, offering them to the fire god and then to all other gods. Then another one portion of that food should be kept on the earth for the sake of birds and beasts. Then thus, after doing this Bali Samarpana, one part of food should be utilized for giving atithis and atityas and all, apyagatas. Then whatever is remaining, the fourth part, that should be enjoyed by Gruhastha along with family members and relatives. Our Shastra says that everyone should do Pancha Yajnas, because they have Pancha Runas. So the Runa should be given away. So Deva Yajna, Rishi Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Bhuta Yajna, and Manushya Yajna or Atithi Yajna. All these are Nitya Karmas. These 5 Yajnas are called as Pancha Runas, the same. And this we'll know in the higher course, 3rd level. Now, Naimitika Karmas are those which are performed based on the Nimitta. Nimitta, that is a cause. For example, Satyanarayana Vrata, Vinayaka Chaviti, Varalakshmi Vrata, Mangalagauri Vrata, or Kedareswara Vrata, like that are Vratas and all. We got several festivals and Parvadinas. We perform many Vratas, Nomus and all, and during Surya Grahana and Chandra Grahana also, and on Mahalaya Amavasyas. Certain danas we do. All these are Naimitika Karmas. We perform certain actions with the desires, with certain desires for getting plenty of food, good health, prosperity, good children, yielding different desires. These are all Kamya Karmas. So Kamya means desire. Whatever works we do with desire will tie us, will bind us to this birth. Even those karmas, these Kamya Karmas, they should be done for doing dharma only. And if these Kamya Karmas also are done with the feeling of doing duties and offering the result to God, even they will not bind us if they are Dharmika Karyakramas, observing the, that is offering the fruit to God, Parameswara. So then even the Kamya Karmas become normal karmas given to Paramatma. So Veda says that Swarga Kamo Yajeta. If a person wants to go to heaven, he should perform yaga. But even though we do so many yagas and go to Swarga also, Kshine Punye Marchalokam Vishanti. When that merit, as long as the merit exists, they enjoy there. Then when that is over, again the person, the jiva has to come down and take birth again. There is no mukti. That's only higher enjoyment. So as soon as they enjoy the fruits of the merit, the gods will throw him into the earth. This King Dasharatha performed Putrakameshti yaga. Even then he is not tied. And because this Putrakameshti he performed with the intention of getting Sat Santana, which is his duty in fact, to keep up the dynasty and also become free from Pitru Runa. Unless a son is there, one cannot become free from this Pitru Runa. And also especially to the kings, it is very essential to get a worthy son, a heir to protect the kingdom and rule the citizens after him, after the king. That is Dharma. So with Dharma, if any work is done, that will not bind us, tie us. If anyone performs his duties with proper knowledge, offering the results to Paramatma, then those actions will not bind. That is why Jnatva Karmani Kurvita, they say. We should know what they are doing, what we are doing, why we are doing, how we have to do everything. So that is regarding this pravrutti. Now this can also be called as nivrutti marga while in pravrutti. So the kamya karmas, actions done with desires, if done just for obtaining enjoyments in this world and hereafter, certainly they bind us, and the doer of the actions has to take birth and rebirth again. Ihacha amutrava kamyam pravrutam karma kirtiyate Nishkamam Jnanapurvam tu Nivruttam Upadishyate Banthaya Vishayasaktam Muktiyai Nirvishayam Smrutam, they say. Attachment of objects binds a person and detachment releases the jivas. Gaining this knowledge, let all of us do our duties sincerely and reach the final aim, mukti. Now, we should never do nishitha karmas. There are nishitha karmas which are prohibited by Shastras and Veda. So, we should not go towards them. Now, Agni Arathana and Yajna Samskruti. Worshipping fire god and Yajna culture. We Bharatiyas, we are Sanaatana Dharmanuyayis and we are the worshippers of fire god, Agni Deva. We are Agni Arathakas. And also ours is Yajna Samskruti since time immemorial. Agni Mukhavai Devaka, we say. Gods are worshipped through Agni. The ahutis we offer into the fire to gods, Indra, etc., would be given to them by fire god. Through fire god we give them. Devendra is king of gods. Now Kenopanishad says that Devendra, fire god and wind god, that is Vayudeva, three of them are considered as great among gods. These three gods became great because they got Brahma Jnana and they knew about Brahman. Devendra was directly instructed about Brahman by Uma Devi, Brahma Vidya Swarupini. So he taught this Brahma Jnana to Agni and Vayudevas. So Indra is greatest among these three gods, and he became worthy to be called as Devendra, the king of gods. In Rigveda, the first sukta is Agni Sukta. It starts with the mantra Agnimi ile purohitam yajnasya devam ritwijam hotaram ratnathatamam. Like that, the sukta goes on. So many mantras are there in it, this Agni Sukta. This is in praise of and worship of Agni Deva. So in Kathopanishad, Nachiketa questions Yamadharmaraja as by doing or worshipping whom you have got this power of conquering Jara Maranas, old age and death. and got this divine power of Yamadharma Rajatva. For this question, Yamadharma Raja explains and teaches about a certain procedure of worshipping fire god to Nachiketa and gives him a boon also, that then onwards that fire, the practicing that particular fire would be called on the name of Nachiketa as Nachiketagni. So that is another boon he gave to Nachiketa. So, and also blesses him that whoever worships this Nachiketa Agni will become free from worldly sorrows, and they can enjoy heavenly pleasures. This is through this Agni Yajna Vidya, one can reach heaven and enjoy pleasures there. Agni Somatmakam Jagat, says the Shastra, Veda, Upanishad says. This whole world is filled with fire, and Soma means sun, moon. Fire means sun, Soma means moon. Sun and moon both are. Fire is actually sun himself. Sun appears in the form of fire on the earth, and sun shines in the sky, Antariksha. So the heat and coolness exist on the earth, and fire is sun, Soma is moon. Shastra says that there are three fires. They are Garhapatya, Ahavaniya, and Dakshinagni. And besides these three, Shastra says two more fires also are there, Pancha Agnis, and then so many other capacities of fire also are there. So with all the powers of fire, fire should be worshipped by us. These three fires, Garhapatya, Ahavaniya, and Dakshinagni, will be shining in the Yajna Shala. The Vedic altar of Garhapatya is in the circular size in a round shape, and is kept at western side in that Yajna Shala, the hall of Yajna. Taking fire from Garhapachagni, people, they enkindle Ahavaniyagni and Dakshinagni. The altar of Dakshinagni is kept at southern side, south side of Yajnashala, and it is in half moon size, Artha Chandrakara. Then in this Vedic altar, they offer kavyas to Pitru Devatas, Havyas and kavyas we say. Havyas for gods and kavyas for Pitru Devatas. Ahavaniyagni Kunda is placed on the east side of Yajnashala. It is in square shape, Chaturasra Akara. They offer the oblations to gods into this Homakunda. Since time immemorial till recent times, there is an Agnigruha in all the houses, and Agnigruha means the room separately kept for only fire. And in that Agnigruha, in the Vedic altar, that is Homakunda, the fire would be shining 24 hours and 365 days. 1 second. So the host Gruhastha performs fire worship Havana thrice a day. It is the duty of Gruhini or wife to see that the fire in the Homakunda exists, shines for 24 hours without getting extinguished. Even during night time, she has to take care of that. That is her duty. Now, as soon as the Upanayana is done to a boy, then onwards that Vatu starts to do Agnikarya and worships fire god throughout his life. Now, in Raghuvamsha Mahakavya, a Brahmin Vidyarthi by name Kautsa goes to King Raghu of Solar dynasty to get money from that king, which he has to give as Guru Dakshina to his Guru Varatantu Maharshi. Then Raghu Maharaja prays and requests this Kautsa to stay in his Agni Gruha, shining as fourth Agni, fourth fire, and stay there as guest for 3 days. So Agni Aradhana, the worship of fire, is the most important point of our Sanatana, most important part of our Sanatana Dharma. Garhapatyagni exists in the houses of all Gruhastas. Panchapandavas, while going to Vanavasa, they carried their fires along with them. At the time of going to Ajnatavasa, they entrusted the responsibility of taking care of their fires to Dhaumya Maharshi, their family priest. people used to perform their Gruha Karyas and Deva Karyas, Yajna Karyas with these three fires. The fires come out of rubbing of the branches of Shemi Vriksha and Ashwetha Vriksha, the trees of Ashwetha and Shemi. That fire is called as Arani. With this Arani, they perform the Yajna Yagas. Though Shemi Vriksha appears like a normal tree for outside look, it contains fire inside. Gods and human beings, even Danavas also worship fire, fire god. A person, those who is Agni Arathaka, when he leaves his body and goes away, then with that, with his fire, along with his fire, the body would be burnt. Our sages advised us to worship fire, Agni Michhatvam Bharata. They said, this is in fact the command of Maharshis and Veda. All these three fires exist in our body also. There is Jatharagni in our stomach. It is this fire which digests the food we eat and gives energy to our body. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna Paramatma said, Aham Vaishvanaro Putva Praninam Dekam Asritaha Pranapana Samayuktaha Pacham Yannam Chaturvidham. So, he said he is that fire god who is digesting the food that we are eating and giving strength to our body. There is fire in our walk, the speech, that the words that we speak, which is giving us power to talk. Vak Shakti is due to fire. This fire is called as Abhimana Devata of our Vag Indriya. The third fire exists in our eyes, particularly in the right eye. Dakshina Nayana, they say that is the dwelling place of sun god in all human beings, in all living creatures. So, by the favor of that sun god, we are able to see everything. That vision is given to us by the favor of that sun who exists in our eyes. Fire is pure and sacred by nature. Tirthodakam cha vagnischa nanyataha shuddhi markataha. There is a very beautiful saying. So the fire and the tirtha jala, they themselves are very holy and pious, so they purify others. There is no other thing which can purify them. So whatever objects come in contact with them, with this fire, are being purified. If fire is not there, no living beings can survive at all, because fire also means sun. So unless sun is there, we cannot exist. Even fire also is essential for us to cook the food and eat and get strength. Either gold or iron, it can be melted only by the fire to turn them into either ornaments or axe, etc., articles and all, giving them the desired shapes. Then the pots also, the potter prepares the pot with mud, but that would be given proper strength only when they are heated into the fire. In Sri Mahabharata, Agni Arathana mantras are told for the sake of those who cannot do Yajna Yagas. Just by preparing the lamp, Deepamu we say, the Jyoti, with 12 wicks, Vattulu we say. If we enkindle the fire while chanting the mantra, this mantra, the following mantras, one can get the fruit of worshipping fire, Agni Arathana. Ajaya Lokatraya Pavanaya Bhutatmane Gopataye Vrishaya Suryaya Sargasthiti Pralayaya Namo Mahakarunikotamaya. In Isavasya Upanishad, the procedure of the prayer of a sadhaka who worshipped sun and fire throughout his life expressed his feelings at the fag end of his life when he is on deathbed are shown like this. That is, they are given in this mantra shloka. Agne naya supataraye asman vishwani deva vayunani vidwan yuyothyasmad juhurana mano bhuyishtante nama uktim vidhema. O fire god, you are the witness of all actions done by me. Take me through the most auspicious and beneficial path. I served you throughout my life. If I got any sin by any chance, you please remove that sin also and purify me completely. Now I cannot do any more services to you, and I cannot perform any rituals. I cannot just, I, I can salute you only, but not with folded hands also. But I can just do a pranam to you mentally, manasika, and uttering in my word, in my mind. I cannot do physically folding the hands because the strength is not there in me at present. So I'm about to leave. Please take me and be with me on my side and take me through auspicious path to the higher regions. This is the prayer of a sadhaka of Agni Aradhaka. All human beings should worship fire god who protects all those who pray him and who are his devotees. Even Zoroastrians, they are Agni Aradhakas. They worship fire. They keep the fire on their palm and worship. The word yajna has come from the root yaja, to worship. Jna means to know knowledge. Jnatva karmani kurvita, we said. We should do karmas with proper knowledge. Whatever works we do, if we do with knowing them, then that yields proper result to us. So this yajna also, yajna is the only resort for all living beings to be uplifted to Paramatma, who came to the earth in the form of Yajna Varaha Rupa. Paramatma also came and uplifted the earth and protected Bhumata. So the form of Varaha Swami is fully the form of Yajna. So we have to worship Yajna Varaha Swami also. It is said in Puranas that the Yajna itself, that is Homa Kunda, the fire, the Sruvas, ghee, then Samithas, etc., all assumed a form and came in the form of Yajna Varaha Swami. So to worship him is worshipping Yajna. Or doing Yajna is worshipping that Yajna Varaha Swami. So that he uplifted the Bhumata and protected Vedas. That is why we should grasp that, and we can obtain from the earth and gods whatever we want by performing yajnas. Everyone should realize that everything belongs to Paramatma, nothing is ours. So using the objects given by God to us, we should please the gods by doing yajnas and offering havis to gods in the fire according to Shastra. The havis we offer in the fire while performing yagas is the food to gods. So gods will be pleased by accepting those havirbhagas and oblations, and we offer into the fire at the time of performing yajnas, and they yield all our desires. They reign at proper times and support the for the growth and proper sustenance and maintenance of the world by growing crops, by which we can get food, vegetables, etc. So there's mutual understanding in between human beings and gods, Devendra, we can say. It is there, and it is very well described by Kalidasa in Raghuvamsha Mahakavya. Dudoha gamsa yajnaya sasyaya makhava divam sampad vinimaye nopau dathatur bhuvanadvayam. King Dilipa milked the earth and performed yajnas. Devendra reigned for the growth of crops. Thus, by mutual exchange of properties, both of them sustained both the worlds, earth and heaven. Bhagavan Sri Krishna Paramatma explained to Arjuna that the karmas we do for performing yajnas will not bind us. So we should do karmas in the form of yajnas. That is, one should do his duties offering the result to Paramatma. Then that becomes automatically yajna. So whatever works we do, we should do with the feeling of performing yajna. Just as we offer havis into the fire god for the sake of God, similarly, we should do our duties with the feeling of offering them to God. And whatever we eat, we should feel that we are offering to God inside us. And whatever we possess, we should do all the works with Tyaga Guna. Tyaga Naikena Amritatva Manasuhu. Tyaga, sacrifice, is considered as yajna. The whole creation is the form of yajna. When cruel Rakshasas started to afflict severely the three worlds, then Parameswara, that is Maheswara, Mahakaleswara, he performed a Mahayaga, made an ocean dry, and making that ocean as Homakunda, offered all the gods as Samitas. The holy sticks, that is the powers of all gods, are offered into that Homakunda. And then Adi Parashakti, Jaganmata, she arose from that Homakunda in the form of Sri Mahalalita Devi, Sri Lalita Parapattarika, who is Sri Mata Sri Maharajni. She destroyed Pandasura, etc., all demons. This is narrated in Brahmanda Purana. King Dasaratha Maharaja performed Putrakameshti and obtained children. Then King Drupada Maharaja also, he performed Yajna and then obtained Drishtadyumna, a son, and Draupadi, a daughter, from Yajnakunda through Yajnacharana. Even the demon Vritrasura arose from Homakunda when king of demons performed yaga to obtain a Vardhisan. Thus, several people obtained several things from performing yagas. Yajna is a sort of prakriya, a method of worshipping gods by offering oblations into the fire in Vedic altar with chanting of mantras, Veda mantras. Thus, to perform different kratus, there are certain rules and sampradayas. Purva Mimamsa Shastra speak about all the points with reference to the performance of yagas and karmakanda. The yajna would be conducted by Adhvaryu, Hota, Udgata, and Brahma. While doing yajna, the gods and goddesses would be invited to come through mantras, and then they take havirbhagas. Along with the chanting of proper befitting mantras, milk, panchamritas, purodashas, then lajas, lajalu, pelalu, we say, then havishya anna, then silk garments, pattu vastralu, we say, then flowers, fruits, navathanyas, homadravyas, and so many things, even fruits, they all would be offered into the fire along with kauki and samithas. The holy sticks and perform yaga, praising the gods and saluting to gods and goddesses, and the main deity for whose favor we are doing that, intending the and doing that yajna should be performed, and all those gods accept the havirbhagas offered into the fire intended for them and yield all our desires. Then of the Yajamani and all others, the bhaktas. In the Vedas, in Purva Bhaga, different varieties of yagas are described in the way of performing them. It's also clearly explained. Darsha Purnamasa, Jyotishtoma, Satra Yaga, Ashwamedha, Rajasviya, Putrakameshti, Atiratri, Vajapeya, Poundarika, Chavana, Chainulu, Chaina, then Vishwajit Yaga, Ekahna Yaga, Dwadasha, Varshika Satra, like that, several yagas are there. Yajna is also called as yaga, homa, ishti, etc. But there are slight differences in them. Ganapati Homa, Gayatri Homa, Chandi Homa, or Yaga, Saraswati Yaga, Homa, Varuna Homa, etc. are being done regularly at this present age. They are being done regularly. Now, Sri Krishna Paramatma spoke to Arjuna about Yajna as Saha Yajnaha Prajaha Sruštva, Purovacha Prajapatihi, Anena Prasavishyadvam, Eshavostvishta Kamathuk. At the beginning of Kalpa, Brahmadeva created human beings along with Yajna and said to them, you develop through these Yajnas. These Yajna Yagas will fulfill all your desired things, desires like Kamadhenu. If we think of gods in the form of performing Yajna, they also think of us in the form of doing favor to us and giving all beneficial things to us. Gods who are pleased by the yajnas favor us with bhogas, enjoyments in this world, so they can be enjoyed after offering them to gods. Thus, whoever eats yajna avasishta anna prasada, they become free from sin and get liberated from all the sins. We know the story of Pravaraksha, which already we discussed at first level, who worships fire god as a vrata, could reach his home from Mount Himalaya within seconds with the favor of Agni Deva. Srimad Bhagavad Gita says, Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaka, yajnad bhavati parjanyo, yajnaha karma samudbhavaka, karma brahmodbhavam vidhi, brahmakshara samudbhavam, Tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishtitam. Everything is established in yajna. All living beings are born from food. The food will be produced from rainfall. The rainfall occurs due to the performance of yajnas. Veda Vihita karmas are the root of yajnas. Vedas are the origin for all Vihita karmas. Vedas came from Paramatma, the ultimate transcendental reality. Therefore, that reality which is all pervading Paramatma is established in yajna. Evam pravartitam chakram nanu vartayati hayaha. Athayurindriya ramo mokham partha sa jivati. So, Paramatma said, O Arjuna, one who does not follow according to the cycle of creation, which is coming traditionally, that is one who does not do his duties properly, but is indulged in only enjoyments and pleasures, he is a sinner. His life is waste. He is wasting this life which has come to him with the favor of God. So we must worship fire God and do all the works in the name of God's, in the form of yajna. So if we do the works as yajna, we will be favored by gods and also get liberated. Swasti for today.
Okay. Thank you. Dhanyavad. Any questions in the chat?
Yeah, there are a few questions in the chat box. I will start reading one by one. What is the difference between yajna and yaga and yajna?
Slight differences are there. Yajnas, in fact, they will be prolonged. Satra also is another name for yajna. Dwadasa Varshika Satra, for 12 years they do. If time period is less, mostly they are called as homa. Then a little lengthy ones, they are called as yajnas. And also those smarta and srauta yajnas are there. So depending upon those which are given in Vedas, those which are given in Smriti Granthas, they are a little different. Those which are given in Smriti Granthas are called mostly as homas. Then those which are given in Vedas, Karmakanda, they are yajnas. Mostly we are using all the names as synonyms, but there are differences.
Okay. The next question is Divyadhinam Jagat Saram, where it is found, which Purana?
Daivadhinam Jagat Sarvam.
Daivadhinam. Divyadhinam. Okay, Daivadhinam.
It is there in either Bhagavata or Bharata, because Sri Krishna Paramatma said this to Dharma Raja. It is there in Bharata, not in Bhagavata, because Krishna said with Dharma Raja. So it is there in Mahabharata. But which Parva, I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah. The next question is, what is the difference between Pitru Karma and Apara Karma?
Pitru Karmas and Apara Karmas both are same. Apara, apara we say. So apara karma is the karmas which are done later when the jiva left the body. So that is apara karma. That is pitru karma. But aurtvadaihika karmas are different a little from tat dinas, abdikas, we say. So slight difference is there. But all these are pitru karmas only.
Okay, just a minute. Please tell simple and short sloka to worship fire god.
Mantra, Upadesha we need, but we can worship fire god simply by the name. Everybody can chant and do japa. Om Agni Devaya Namaha. Or even Om Vaishvadevaya Namaha. Even Vaishvadeva means Agni, fire god. With simple name, if we add Omkara in the beginning and Namaha at the end, that becomes powerful mantra, whatever name may be of gods.
Okay. I think in the lecture, the sloka was also read out. And if people can see the video recording, they have that simple sloka which is read out on
Yes.
yeah. The next question is, having only daughters, is it the prarabdha karma of a jiva or human being, or his forefathers did not do pitru karma?
If only daughters are there, only daughter is there, children, sons, male children are not there, even then people can get liberated, people can go to heavenly abodes according to their karmas, and even forefathers will be relieved of this pitru runa, he will be relieved, and forefathers also will go to higher regions depending upon their mental feelings and devotion which they got. Because when daughter alone is there, not male child, the daughter's son, Pautra, he is worthy to be called as a son, he can do all this. And even if daughter's son is also not there, then brothers can do, and they themselves will be treated as son at that time. Whoever performs that Aurtvadaihika karma at the departed, that is when the person leaves the body, then at that time that person can be considered as the son to that person, whoever they may be. He may be the younger brother or any far relative, near relative, whoever may be. So thus when once the Autvadahika karmas are being performed as per Shastra, that's enough.
And also there are so many nitya naimitika karmas. If one is not done, others are there to be done to attain heavenly abode.
Nitya karmas are they, of course, nowadays people are not doing all even Nitya karmas. These 6 are considered as Nitya karmas, and Pancha runas, we said, and Pancha yajnas. They also automatically we all are doing, knowingly or unknowingly we are doing, but we do not have the knowledge that we are doing. Is there, I want to tell one thing for this, because a great psychologist has divided human beings into 4 categories. He says first variety is he who knows and knows he knows, KNW, know, to know. So this one is he who knows and knows he knows, he is best, follow him. Second one is he who knows and knows not he knows, he is asleep, awake him. So third one is he who knows not and knows he knows not, he who knows and knows not he knows not, he knows but does not know that he knows, he is asleep, awake him. Now he who knows and knows not he knows not, and third is he who knows not and knows he knows not, and fourth one is he who knows not and knows not he knows not, he is waste, useless, leave him. So he knows and knows he knows, he who knows and knows not he knows, third is he who knows not and knows he knows, fourth one is he who knows not and knows not he knows not.
Okay. And the other question is, why namas along with Om is not allowed to be chanted without Guru Upadesam? What are the Nitya Karma for Pitru Devas?
Nitya karma for Pitru Devatas. Nitya karmas are already I spoke, only Snanan Sanchadyapo, these 6 are the Nitya karmas. Pitru karmas we do only on Pitru Tithis, or at the time of Ortvadahika karma, or at Mahalaya Amavasyas, Pitru Pakshas and all. And then why Omkara? Without Guru Padesha, normally any mantra with Guru Padesha only becomes powerful, because the Guru at the time of doing Upadesha gives his power also to the disciple. So that becomes mantra. Even then, we can chant certain mantras are there. Om Namah Shivaya is Siddha mantra. That the mantra is already Siddhi, it got Siddhi. So by nature it is Siddha mantra. Such a Siddha mantra can be chanted by anyone even without Upadesha. Any Nama mantra can be chanted by everyone with Namaha. Ramaya Namaha we can say. Narayanaya Namaha we can say, that also becomes mantra. And Omkara also we can put, even though Upadesha is not there, if they are Suchi, Manasika, and physical and mental purity is there, with sincere intention of gaining Suddha Sattva Guna into them, then they can keep that Omkara first and then this name and then Namaha sitting in a divine posture, that is Padmasana or some Suddha Vira, some asana, a comfortable asana in front of God, they can chant, I think. Though Upadesha is not there, but when Upadesha is there, that becomes mantra. As long as Upadesha is not there, mostly mantras cannot be recited by people. But this Siddha mantra can be recited, do japa by anyone. Omkara we add because Omkara is the Shabda Brahman, which has originated when Srishti came into existence. Omkara itself is considered as Paramatma, Nirguna, Nirakara, Niranjana, Upanishad, Pratipadita, Upanishadika Brahma. So when Om is kept before the Nama, then that Nama may be of either Shiva, Kesava, Ganapati, Surya, Kumaraswamy, Ambika, Jagannatha, whoever they may be, that becomes the prayer to Paramatma, Nirguna Parabrahma Upasana. So we keep Omkara. All these Panchayatana Puja, Shankaracharya, our Jagadguru gave us. Then there are differences, there may be differences in Saiva and Vaishnava, Ganapatya, Shakya, etc. But there is no difference in keeping Omkara prior to this mantra, Nama mantra. All of them are accepting Omkara.
The question is, what are the things prescribed for ladies and girls like Sandhya Vandana, etc.?
For ladies who are married, for them Gauri Mata, Gauri Mantra. Gauri Mantra will be given at the time of marriage. When Gauri Puja we say to the Vadhu, before celebrating this Jilakara Bellam marriage, tying Mangalasutra, etc., before that, the priest, the Brahmin, the priest, he gives Upadesha, he does Upadesha to that Vadhu, this Gauri Nama as mantra he gives. And after marriage, when she performs Gauri Puja, as she should do with utmost devotion and much Shraddha, she has to do that Gauri Puja. That power of worshipping Gauri Mata Puja keeps her Mangalya safe as long as she lives. Then after marriage, according to some customs, of course, it may not be there in all families, mostly all of us, we follow. On 16th day of marriage, Bharta, the husband of that girl, when both sutras are tied into one sutra and put it into her neck once again, then he advises with Bija Aksharas, the same Gayatri mantra would be done, Upadesha would be done with Bija Aksharas. Then onwards, that girl is eligible, that married lady will be eligible to do with mantras, Bija Aksharas, that Gauri mantra, that itself is more powerful than even Gayatri mantra japa. The unmarried girls, the small children, they can do their Ishtadevata Nama japa. That itself is enough for them.
Yeah. If the child crossed 7 years age, next, which is the best age to perform Upanayana to the boy?
To the girl or boy?
Boy.
Boy. Actually, Garbhastami we say. So 8th year when he is in the womb means after 7th year, 3 months we have to perform. If by reason they cannot perform, then during 9th year also, that is when 8 is completed, we can perform. If even that is actually mostly we should do by that time. If cannot be done below 12 years, we can certainly perform. And after 12 years, then Prapte Shodase Varshe Putram Mitravadachare, they say when 15 years are crossed, then this childhood will come to an end and enter into another stage, this Kaumara, these Kauganda stages, they say they divide. Then they enter into teenage, we say in English. So then below 15 years, it's okay, they can perform. And after performing, after crossing 16 years means they can do whenever they want, according to the Muhurta and all. But it is always advised to perform Upanayana as per Shastra during Garbhastami, if not during 9th year or 12th year, or even 14th year we can do. 15th year also we can do.
Yeah.
Or any day at any time they can do, but not just before the marriage. There should be time for that Vatu to do Sanchya Vandana and do Gayatri Mantra Japa, and that phala should come to him. So just for the sake of performing marriage, because it is the necessary, we have to do Upanayana. If they perform Upanayana just before marriage, it's of no use. But of course they do. People nowadays, they are doing because they do not know Shastra.
There are 90 occasions for Pitru Tarpanas in a year as per Garuda Purana. Is there any Prayashchittam? If, for example, they don't do.
Prayaschittas are always there in our Sanaatana Dharma for all procedures. That is the greatness, in fact, great facility given to us in our Sanaatana Dharma. So there are Prayaschittas, even Prayaschittas are there in all Dharma Shastras, in Manu Dharma Shastra, they are there, even in Garuda Purana itself. Prayaschittas are given, Prayaschitta Kanda, even that is there in all Puranas, in all Dharma Shastras. They give Prayaschittas for all types of either committed sins or not doing, which they have to do for all the things. Prayaschittas are there. The first and foremost Prayaschitta, they say, is first repenting. Should repent that why we have done this, and they should decide firmly that I will not do this plunder hereafter in my life at any time. Paschat tapa, we say paschat means later, and tapa is burning, suffering. So when paschatapa is there, then he is eligible to do Prayaschitta. If paschatapa is not there in his mind at all, no use of doing Prayaschitta.
Bhaktas sometimes say, Om Namo Venkatesaya Namaha. Here, Nama is coming twice, prefix and suffix. Whether this is correct to pray, so please confirm.
If we utter once or twice or 100 times, it's okay. There is because Namaha means it is saluting, doing pranama. Namaha also means not mine. Na mama is Namaha. Actually, na mama has turned into Namaha. Na mama means not mine. Oh, Lord Venkateswara, pranamans to you. Nothing is mine, everything is yours. So that meaning we can take when we say Om Namo Narayanaya or Om Namo Venkatesaya Namaha. We can say nothing wrong in saying.
How many Siddhanta mantras are there? What are they?
Innumerable Siddhanta mantras. Siddha mantras are Siddhanta mantras. Siddha is only one Panchakshari Mahamantra. All other mantras will become Siddha mantras when the sadhaka does japa, sadhana. But there are several, so many mantras are there in Upasana Granthas.
Okay. Can Tarpanams be performed daily by offering food?
Tarpanam performed daily by?
Offering food.
Offering food. Tarpana means not offering food. Tarpana means offering water. That food is different. Offering food is different, and offering water to, that is giving water to gods, is different. While doing Sancha Vandana, several times they do, all of you know, you offer Arghya Pradana, Arghya, that is, and then for Pitru Devatas also we do Tarpanas. Tarpana is from the root Tarpa. Tarpa means Trupti. They create satisfaction. they get satisfied by taking the water offered to them in the form of tarpanas. Tarpana is only water offering, not food, I think.
This is the end of questions on the chat box.
ధన్యవాదములు
Dhanyavad.
బాబు గారు. ధన్యవాదः మహోదయ.
Dhanyavad.
And what is your topic tomorrow?
Tomorrow, not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, Monday.
Okay, Monday. Then I will tell.
Okay.
So many topics are there, and I'll see which I can complete in 1 hour. Kutumba Vyavastha is there, position of women is there, then there's Bhakti Jnana, Karma Jnana, Upasana, Margas is there, and another Acharas and Sampradayas topic is there. Acharas and Sampradayas, if we do, that would be better, I think. So because only 3 days will be there, 2 days if we allot for Kathopanishad, then 3 days Achara Sampradayas and scientific reasons behind all our Acharya. All we cannot say because in 1 hour, 2 hours we cannot say, but at least a few. Then position of women and also Kutumba Vyavastha. These 3 are most important. Let us try to complete these topics in coming days. Then Bhakti Jnana Karma, that we can see first.
ధన్యవాదం మహోదయ.
Okay. Now
Prarthana.
let us
ధన్యవాదాలు అమ్మగారు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
let us request.
అమ్మా ధన్యవాదాలు అమ్మా.
ధన్యవాదాలండి.
ధన్యవాదాలు మేడం.
ధన్యవాదాలు తల్లి.
ఓం స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్యః పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహిం మహిషాః గోబ్రాహ్మణేభ్యః శుభమస్తు నిత్యం లోకాః సమస్తాః సుఖినో భవంతు. కాలే వర్షతు పర్జన్యః పృథివీ సస్యశాలినీ దేశోऽयं క్షోభరహితః బ్రాహ్మణాः సంతు నిర్భయాః అపుత్రాः పుత్రిణः సంతు పుత్రిణः సంతు పౌత్రిణः అదనా సదనా జీవంతు శరదాం శతం. ఓం సర్వే భవంతు సుఖినః సర్వే సంతు నిరామయాః సర్వే భద్రాణి పశ్యంతు మా కశ్చిత్ దుఃఖాభాగ్ భవేత్. ఓం అసతో మా సద్గమయ తమసో మా జ్యోతిర్గమయ మృత్యోర్మా అమృతంగమయ. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. ఓం పూర్ణమదః పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణాత్ పూర్ణముదచ్యతే పూర్ణస్య పూర్ణమాదాయ పూర్ణమేవావశిష్యతే. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. హరి ఓం.
Let us recite Janaganamana. Challa Chitbabu garu.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय
Jai. ధన్యవాదములండి చిట్టిబాబు గారు.